all, I don't know, trying to dig deep into femininity. But I realized that in all balance, like you have a little bit of the masculinity in you as well. And that's why the yin and the yang sign has those dots within them. So I've been more open to that and understanding that I have like dark and light in me. But yeah, talking about the sun, my sun is in the sixth house. So I feel like that was one thing that kind of led me to this show was sixth house is about routine and like the daily work and even like nervousness. And maybe that's why I do get nervous at times, but I don't know. I just came up with this whole concept of this show around routine, and it was because I kept seeing routine popping up in my astrology birth chart. And then because the sun rules the fifth house where Leo lives, and then in my fifth house, I have Jupiter and Venus. So, oh, one thing that I also wanted to talk about is how crazy my dream was last night. So, one thing that I noticed, what is, what do you mean, is this real? Yeah, I'm real. Welcome. Why do I look like an AI person or something? I was talking about my astrology birth chart because this is a show about astrology and then how I love music festivals. That's what I do for fun. No. I mean, it's whatever you want to make out of it, but I love to read about it. I feel like people who don't read about things, like, how can you make judgment on something? Like, I've studied engineering and within that, just like actual physics and read a lot of books and studied like chemistry and air pollution and all sorts of things like energy and dynamics and I don't know. I've pieced a lot of things together and I've seen a lot of synchronicities. So that's what I'm trying to bring to the table is my experience having a scientific background. But with this show, it's supposed to be entertaining and fun, and I want people to learn things. So, and kind of, I guess, see a different form of like, I don't want to say communication, but way of learning. Because I feel like learning has gotten so outdated that maybe we need to provide it in a more, I don't know, entertainment format, if that's like what it's going to take. But I love reading about math, like, or geometry. Like, that's what I do for fun. And again, right now I'm reading a book called The Book of Air, which Stephen Forrest, he's a professional astrologer and author, but he gets into how air is about the art of paying attention. So I've gotten a little bit into, they talk about Gemini and then he gets into Libra. And Libra was really interesting because Libra is the scales. And he talks about how we have to have contrast in things so that there's validity in it. And I remember I think it was like my therapist that had told me this years ago. I'm pretty sure it was. But she said, like, in order to understand happiness, you have to have sadness. And that was really profound on me. So I've been trying to understand and come to realization with all these, like, balance in the world Again, going back into the yin and the yang, and then the masculine and the feminine. Today we're talking about the sun, and the sun is the yang, and that has like a lot of physical vitality. It is a fire element. And then then the feminine is water. Which is interesting because earth and air are like the second and the third house. Because in order of the elements going on the wheel, it starts with fire, then earth, then air, then water. So I find it interesting that like they're on the outside, if you look at it, of the pie. I'm definitely going to need to figure out how to do screen share. Maybe I should make let me pull out my list. Oh yeah, Anna was gonna do brunch with me. I ate cereal last week, and today's gonna be more of like a continental breakfast. So let me put on some music to turn up the vibe, because of course I didn't realize I was gonna get some naysayers in here. But to be honest, that's why I went into engineering. I was like, what is physics? I want to learn that. It's like, how can you talk about something that you don't even know or make an opinion? Do I want to put on techno right now? Let me see what's on this first mix. Maybe I should try a mix since it's Sunday and I said I wanted to be a DJ as my job. That espresso's dark. I got 2 shots of dark with the 2% milk, but I didn't have a lot of 2% milk, so super strong. Oh, and my outfit. I don't know if they're gonna block this out, but I'm wearing Mamie Ruth. There, I layered a song in. I keep wanting to do an opposition. I think that's fun, just because it reminds me of astrology. But this wheel goes counterclockwise and starts at 1 o'clock, basically. Astrology wheel starts like at 9 o'clock and then goes counterclockwise. What's interesting is on both wheels, 5 is in the same exact spot. Is that synchronous or not? Like if you start from here and then go the opposite way, like that would still be the 5th point on the graph. That's crazy. Hopefully I'm making sense. Okay, see in my birth chart how the 5th house is. Basically, if I were to put this on a coordinate system, this would be in the X, positive X, and then the negative Y area of the graph. And then what I'm saying is that I'm noticing that the 5th, what do they call this? I guess the 5th key is in the same spot as the 5th house in the astrology wheel. Am I gonna be an astrologer, DJ? Is there just such thing? Why not? Oh shit. See, this was what I had on in the background, but I'm gonna let it go now. But I had slowed it down because the right track. DJ goals or business goals. What should I do today with the sun? Because the sun is talking about the ego. Oh, I forgot my iPad. Let me go grab that. Swimsuit, but it is pretty low cut, but I did wear it on the cruise and I'm glad I had it. That was a horrible transition, in my opinion. Oh well, maybe after this song I'll focus on something else. Ooh, maybe I should look at my progress sun. So I haven't had any planets in Leo, but I'm interested because in 2025, my progressed moon will be in Leo. It says you will become more spontaneous and crazier. Okay, I'm gonna pause the music because I don't know if it's gonna cut this what I'm talking out, and like a thought came to me. So astrology is, if you start with Aries, it tells like a story. How I said that it starts at like the 9 o'clock and then goes counterclockwise. So we have Aries, then Taurus, then Gemini, then Cancer, then Leo, then Virgo. That's the first half and the first 6 signs of the zodiac. But through reading, I guess, like not just Stephen Forrest, but the more I study astrology, is how each of them just like tell a story. And it's not that one is like better than the other or more advanced. It's just that they kind of build upon each other like a body. Like I feel like you can't say, oh, my hand is more important than my head. It's like, this is like the whole human experience. Like we have to have all of these pieces. And, you know, I mean, obviously maybe the brain is like one of the more important parts of the body, but I'm saying in the grand scheme of things that they're all just kind of equal. So, but when you look at like progressions, that's taking your natal chart and then for each, I forget the time exactly, but it's like 1 degree per year or something. And you look at you can find it on AstroSeek. That's my favorite website. Let me type that in there. Or let me pull it up first so that, here, I'll put the music back on. Which I have no idea if you all can hear. Or if it'll get blocked out later. So I like to use this website. Oh, and I love this necklace. I got this at Electric Forest. It's a little mini pine cone, but I kind of wear it as a choker, not as long. Hello, welcome to, oh, they already left. But somebody told me that the viewers on Twitch don't update as correctly, so I never know how many people are in here at any given time. But I just keep myself entertained again, so it's totally fine. Hello, welcome to my live stream. I'm reading about progressed moons because mine is currently in Cancer. I was born with a moon in Pisces, and then it's progressed through, let's see how many signs. Wow, I have so many. Yeah, it went through Aries in 2015. That's interesting. And then Taurus, and then Gemini, and then now it's currently in Cancer. So currently my progressed moon is in Cancer. But in the year 2025, it'll progress into Leo. So when they talk about progressions, that's just, I guess that's individual to you. Not everybody's going to have the same progressions on their inner planets. I'm wondering what my progressed sun is. Maybe I'll pull that up. So that link that I put in the chat, it has several options. So you can look at like just your progressed moon, or you can do the full calendar. See this, they're talking about this timeline. It says secondary progressions equate 1 day after birth to 1 year of life. By the way, I wanted to wear this, this is like a swimsuit, but I mean, it can kind of come off as just like a bodysuit. I just wanted like my back open It feels good. That's what I love about music festivals, especially Bonnaroo. I've been missing Bonnaroo lately, and I think it has to do with Bonnaroo normally being on a farm, and I miss the sun. So yesterday, again, how I said I stayed in bed all day, it was just blustery and cold and windy and rainy. So I just wanted to stay in bed, and I did. But I did live stream from like 8 p.m. to I don't know exactly which time. I was on time though for Saturn. So, but they haven't uploaded it. I noticed that it takes a little longer now that I've had music. But today is very sunny, and this top or swimsuit is yellow. And then I'm wearing them with like some bell bottoms. I bought this at Bonnaroo. Not the swimsuit, but the pants. But they're very 70s, and I love how comfortable they are. So this was kind of a perfect outfit for today. And I had gotten them hemmed, so I'm really happy. They were so long on me. I decided to get them hemmed at a length that I could wear without shoes because I figured I'm probably going to want to wear these to Bonnaroo next year. Because I had bought some stuff and then didn't actually wear it until like my next following festival. But yeah, I'm getting back to... Hi, welcome to my live stream. How's it going? Happy Sunday. I'm looking up astrology stuff, and I'm a DJ. I can put on some music. It's chill. I'm in a good mood today. I don't even know what song this is. I just like Bay Miller, and it's R.L. Grime. It's called Slow Drive. Let's see. I've never heard it before. Are you in the US? I feel like I've had a lot of international people pop in. I'm new to Twitch. Thanks for the follow. It's like a swimsuit. I'm into fashion. So I'm kind of wearing like a little 70s outfit. They're bell bottoms. It's pretty comfortable. I don't really listen to R.L. Grime, but I think I have seen him once. Oh, shit. So I don't want to mix too much music because I've been having huge chunks of my live streams like just blocked out because of the music. I don't know. I need to check that because I was thinking of starting one. But I love to chat, so I'm on here every day. The times have been varying, but I've been trying to do 1 or 8 p.m. 1 p.m. or 8 p.m. And today I was on time. Oh yeah, my son just progressed into cancer. So it's gonna be in there for a while. Welcome. I'm looking up stuff on the sun right now. And I have coffee to drink. I don't know if you all have something to munch on.
Don't you try to stop me. By now you should know that. Don't you try to cross me. By now you should know that. Don't you try to stop me. By now you should know that.
Of course, my progressed sun is in the 7th house of relationships. I didn't realize that. What's everybody's sun sign in? Thank you. I have an Instagram, but I'm not really on there that much. I'm single, by the way, too. But I'm not really dating. Which is funny. I think that's what this is talking about in the 7th house. Oh. When's your birthday? Do you know what your sun sign is? That was an interesting track. I had never heard it before. I'm trying to build my DJ library, but all I have is Beatport, so whatever's on there. 16 days later, I have to calculate this. Are you on the 23rd? Oh, are you on the cusp of Aquarius and what is on the cusp of that? Oh, and Capricorn. I believe in cusps. Some astrologists don't. What's up? I'm 36. Believe it or not. And I don't mind sharing that because this is all about astrology, and I'm in my 1st house perfection. So that means, no, I don't know. I don't think I do. But if you come back, I'll look into it. Let me write that down. Because this channel is supposed to be about, like, being intellectual, too. So I'm always, oh, thank you for following. So I'm always trying to, like, show how I think and how I don't know, do research and teach myself things. So I set up all this. Oh, yay, thank you. I'm getting so close to 20 followers. It's going to be so amazing. I'm so grateful. You should, yeah, I should because, yeah, I need to be able to communicate to people. I do. Here, did you see my outfit yet? Because I'm wearing bell bottoms. This is like my Jan Brady or something. And then there's barely a back on this. I wanted my back exposed, and it feels nice. It's not too cold today, so. Oh yeah, let me write that down. Thanks. I got it from Mamie Ruth. This is all handmade because I'm into fashion, like more slow fashion. So you won't see me promote it. And there's nothing against it. It's just my preference is like, I'm not going to promote anything from like Amazon or Shein. What's that? No, I don't even know what that is. Maybe I'll put on another song because I'm a DJ astrologist. I made it up. I do whatever I want. Here, let's put on whatever this is. It's called Another Life. I love LPGOB. She's house music. I don't know all of... I want to make music. I haven't started, though. Because all of this kind of just happened. As I used to be a civil engineer, and I quit my job. And then I didn't know what I was going to do, so I kind of just... like went to a bunch of music festivals and tried to find myself, and I don't know. I wanted to do something artistic, so that's what this is all about, is trying to help or try to show people that they can kind of do anything they set their minds to. You do too? You make music or you DJ? Okay, I'm gonna write down that I need to do a Discord. I feel like I do, though. There's just so much social media. Yeah, I'm trying to do more like natural beauty too. So, I mean, I do wear makeup, but I try to not do too much heavy stuff. Because I've worked at some places that were really strict on makeup. Oh, thank you. I figured there could be like a visual aspect to this show because I love fashion, so we'll see. But every day is a different planet. So hopefully you are all into astrology. And I'm really into metaphysics. Oh, good. I also do like light shows because I'm into raving, but it's too bright out. I need like a daytime toy because you wouldn't be able to see anything. And then I have like floor to ceiling windows and it's just so bright out that I figured this would just be the vibe. And then I love EDM. I love to go to raves. So on Thursdays, I make candy. I don't know if you know what that is. I'm gonna type it in. I do that every Thursday. And then today was supposed to be brunch, but I was so hungry. I know that wasn't a real donation. The only way I can get donations is through my wish tender. But I appreciate it. Because somebody had sent me that before, and I heard that wasn't real. I can block that guy. I mean, I have, as long as nobody's harassing me. I'm good with that. Oh, I just saw 4444. See? And there was 4 viewers. So I had 5 4s all in a row. As I said that, I said, as long as nobody's harassing me, I'm fine. Oh, see, somebody just left. Now we're at 3. 3 viewers. Yeah, talking about my progressed sun. Do you know what your sun sign is in? Are you into astrology, not streamer 8? Because I'm a Taurus sun. No, you don't know your sun sign at all? Interesting. What month and date is your birthday? What's so interesting about my story is like the mother and the father are so important. Oh, you're an Aquarius in January. Oh, was that you that we talked about it earlier? Sorry, I got a little, oh yeah. Aquarius, okay. I need to learn a little, I'm reading about Aquarius, that's coming up, because that's in the air book. I read a lot. That's what kind of. Oh, I didn't even read yesterday. No, yeah, I did. I read right before I went to bed, and I've made some progress. But right now I've been reading about Libra, and that's been really interesting because that's all about contrast. So I guess even talking about the sun, the opposite of the sun is the moon. Oh, I don't know about that. What are all these show mod icons? I don't know. I'm new to Twitch, so I've only been on Twitch for I think like 10 days. No, wait, it's been longer than 10 days. Oh, I guess it's been almost 2 weeks, like I said, on Monday. Well, that was an okay song. I'm so like conflicted with this show. And again, this is like, I guess what I was reading a little bit about with Libra is you need to like make a decision on things, and indecisiveness just like kind of causes anguish. But right now I'm just having conflict with this music thing because I notice in the replays it just has huge chunks blocked out, but I just really want to play music. And I noticed that I've had more people rewatching my videos later, and I'm fine with that if they can't make it to the live stream. But it just takes out so much of it. So I don't know, and I don't know if that's going to drive people away. So I need to figure this out. I don't understand the whole concept of like DJing, but having all these restrictions on the songs that I can play. So that's what I'm trying to navigate. And anybody who wants to be a DJ, we can talk about this. I haven't had any DJs come in here yet, but if they do, it'd be nice to like network and talk a little more. Because I don't know much about my equipment. Maybe I should write a to-do list. Yeah. But I'm not intimidated. I think it's going to be fun. And then I can bring music to the show. Here, I'll put on another song since there's... I don't know what song this is. This is a Louis the Child song. I love Louis the Child. Oh, Lord. I don't know. Maybe. But we're here to talk astrology and music festivals. I love music festivals. That was all me messing with the button. My coffee. Or my espresso, as I should say. I was chugging that shit. love Louis the Child's like playful vibes, and all their shows are so colorful. Same with their like nice. On Fridays I talk about relationships and dating and stuff. So if you're interested in that, because I'm gonna be navigating the dating scene soon, but I'm not dating now. I'm not interested. I'm trying to develop this show and work on like creative stuff. I don't know if I should look up these words. So, after starting Stephen Forrest's astrology book, I've already found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 words that I barely knew. So, I'm gonna look them up because I'm trying to expand my vocabulary, and I do that through reading. I had so many things open. But what I was gonna say, if this was cut out, is I'm looking up some words that I read in my book. Quibble. Let's see what that means. It says a slight objection or criticism about a trivial matter. Quibble. Okay, maybe I'll put on more music. More music. Oh, I definitely remember Revolution from John Summit was blocked. 100%. Okay, so I was looking up this other word. It's called superfecundation. And I was reading about it from the book of Air because it had to do with uh, the Gemini twins. And what that means is it's the fertilization of two or more ova from the same cycle by sperm from separate acts of sexual intercourse. So that's when there's a pair of twins that have two different fathers. And they said that, and then when I looked it up, it says that there was 19 cases worldwide in 2020. So this does happen still, but essentially like what Stephen Forrest was getting at with the Book of Air was with Gemini, the planetary ruler is Mercury. And what I didn't know was that Mercury doesn't like rotate around like how we have 24 hours in a day. They don't spin around, so there's always one side of the planet that's just like freezing cold, and then the other side is like blazing hot. So that's where they get the Gemini twins and like the symbolism of it for that constellation. And then I guess it kind of has to do a little bit with Virgo too. But I don't know how that relates to Virgo as much as Gemini, because I felt like that was an interesting story. So their second word, superfecundation. Fecundation. Oh well. I heard somewhere that you should never make fun of somebody who doesn't know how to pronounce a word correctly, because that means that they just learned it from reading. So they might still know the definition, they just don't know how to pronounce it correctly. Pedant. Oh, so I guess that's like pedantic. So I never heard it in that form. Let me.
Pedant.
Pedant. See, look at technology. It can even pronounce the word actually. So this is a person who's excessively concerned with minor details and rules or with displaying academic learning. I remember that was a really good example of that is in the movie A Midnight in Paris. The professor guy that the fiance is, I guess, I don't want to ruin it, but like kind of hanging around with, he was pedantic. See, and that's what I'm saying is I've heard the word pedantic, but I never heard just pedant. I'm wondering if that's like, it's so funny. I mean, the other books, yeah, I didn't write down the words. I stopped doing that for a while. But of course, right as I start the Air book, which is all about like thought and communication, I'm learning so many new words, like right off the bat. I don't even know how many pages I am in. 60. My goal is to finish it ASAP so then I can be knowledgeable. And then I think once I finish this 4-part volume, I want to get into his other books. Let me see, because it has a list in here. And these books are pretty new, believe it or not. This one was published in 2020. So the Book of Air, The Art of Paying Attention by Stephen Forrest, published in 2020. But I'm really interested in reading about Pluto. So he has a whole book on Pluto. Ooh, and Neptune. Oh, and I probably really should read the book about the moon because the moon is like my second most dominant planet in my chart. So Jupiter is my most dominant, and then tied for second place is Pluto and the moon. So I feel like maybe that's why I just kind of, I don't want to say I'm dark, but there's just like this kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say secretive side to me, but I just always kind of felt like I was living in two different worlds. When I was in engineering, it was like I was all professional, but and then I liked going to raves and doing all these things that I couldn't really talk about. I just saw 444. I call out the angel numbers for, I don't want to say good luck, but so that other people can have them for their day. Okay, getting back to my new vocabulary. But if anybody wants me to do a birth chart reading or dream interpretation, no, let's not. I don't know about dream interpretation right now. But yeah, if they want an astrology birth chart reading, you just need to know what time you were born at. That's like such an important aspect of it. But Aquarius season is coming up. I really want to read more about that sign. That'll be next after Libra. Ooh, maybe I'll put on another song, actually. Song time.
House music, 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 house music.
See, I've always admitted to what I didn't know. So I've gotten pretty bad grades in school before because I'm the type of person that I guess I get humble and I don't care about cheating. So even though like I'm trying to bring more like, I don't know, knowledge or share what knowledge I have, I guess, I'm not trying to be, as this word, pedant. Rote. A mechanical or habitual repetition of something to be learned. Stymie. To prevent or hinder the progress of. Utopian. That was my last word. But it's a song of praise or triumph, a thing that express enthusiastic praise. Oh, a thing that expresses enthusiastic praise. Wow, 60 pages in and I've already like learned 10 new vocabulary words. This is going to be a interesting book. But it's all about thought and how we have to have filters, because if we didn't have filters on our thoughts, we would be processing so much. I don't know. There would just be way too much going on in our brains. I mean, there kind of is already with me because my Mercury is in Gemini, but that's why I need this creativity. I need to be able to change what I want to do on the daily. I need flexibility because Gemini, I believe, is a oh, let's pull it up in my mini book. Yeah, it's mutable. So that means that you're changeable in a way. Let's see, is there a definition of what mutable means? Welcome. A place for learning and having fun. Right now I'm looking into Gemini. So, if you already don't know, Gemini is an air sign, like the earth element, and that is from May 21st to June 21st. Oh, I wanted to look up what mutable meant. Like I know what it means, but I just want to see what they say online. Yeah, you're flexible and go with the flow versus something like fixed, which is like Taurus is a fixed sign. I'm really stubborn in my ways, so I don't get very flexible. And my sun sign is in Taurus. So I guess my ego and my values and my balance of the masculine, I guess, is very Taurian. But then I'm at 29.33 degrees, and I believe in cusps. So I feel like I get a lot of Gemini energies, and it's like right on the cusp of the seventh house, which is an air house as well, because all the houses are broken into elements. I remember I was reading last night that he was talking that Gemini's, if he could use one word, he would use perception. Like, how do we perceive the world? And then once you perceive it, you like communicate that with other people, like you're interacting with it. Oh, this is interesting. I didn't know that. It says Geminis are changeable and often moody. Their symbol, the twins, means they are often at odds with themselves, the mind demanding one thing, the heart demanding the opposite. As a Gemini significant other, you might reach a point where you wonder which twin you're with. I don't remember ever reading anything about that before. But I guess that kind of makes sense if I was talking about how Gemini doesn't rotate and one side of it is extremely cold and one side of it is extremely hot. So that's where they get this symbolism of it. And then that word that I was talking about earlier, that there are chances of twins having two different fathers. Like that's what Gemini is. So I guess there's two stars in the Gemini constellation, Castor and Pollux. And I believe it was Castor. One of them is immortal and the other one isn't, because one of them was fathered by Zeus, aka Jupiter, and the other one was fathered by a human man. So I guess like one of the twins had died and the immortal one like begged his father because I guess he missed his twins so much that if they could have like the afterlife together. So then they were made into stars, and that was, I guess, the symbolism of it. So it's interesting because in the book that I was reading too, Stephen Forrest said that he didn't start out in mythology with his practice, but I feel like my fundamentals of astrology are so, like, it all started with mythology for me, and I loved art. So from there, I guess it grew into astrology, but there's so much mathematics and like science in it too that I love applying like everything I've learned about fluids and energy to my interpretations. So the more I've been thinking about it, I really do want to develop this craft and see where it takes me. I don't know, have a different spin on astrology, make it more entertaining. Astrologer, DJ, time for another song. Well, I'll put on Tiesto. Hopefully this doesn't get blocked out. I really want to see Tiesto this year. That's my goal. Oh, this is the extended mix. So we've got 3 minutes and 52. Maybe I'll try and mix. So I'm also teaching myself how to DJ. And we're at 8A 130. So I can try and flip to 2A. I've been having fun trying to flip because I'm trying to learn how to mix in key. And the song that I just picked is in 8A, right? Wait, let me see. Sorry, I only have one screen. Yeah, I'm at 8A. And then it's at 130 BPMs. I'm going to jump to 2A because I've been having fun with this opposition. Because this reminds me of astrology. I'm always trying to find synchronicity.
bourgeois beat, to the 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 bourgeois beat,
I thought that wasn't bad. For beginner DJ. I guess maybe I should cue something up. So I just did 2A. Let me do 1 or 3, let's see. Okay, I layered it. There's 2 songs. But let's see, what did I pick? I decided to do 2A again. Both songs right now are on this 2A on this mixing and key. And they're both, and they're both at 130. Because I keep pressing sync. I need to learn how to do it manually, but... I have a 4th channel and I still haven't done a 4th song. Let me try that. I ain't scared. I just saw a song. I have a minute left. Using this 3rd channel for the first time. I have a 2A that's the like kind of louder one right now with a 4A in the background, and I match their beats. I need to memorize these aspects. I feel like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be just like too much fun. I'm gonna be doing aspects with fucking DJing. Like, I'm like, let me square the third A to 6A. Let me write this down. This is just hilarious. Again, this is all about energy. I mean, this doesn't sound great, but I'm practicing and I'm like coming up with this like concept. I like this song. I don't even know what I'm playing. Oh, this is that Snake Charmer. Oh, it's the extended. That's why I don't recognize it. I'm looking into aspects. 'Cause that's how I learn, is I like to write things down. So I was gonna make a list of the aspects. Hopefully I wasn't on mute. It was red. Hey, I just drew it on this, but see, I matched it up. I said that this first 1A is gonna be Aries. This is hard to do. And then 2 is Taurus, 3 is Gemini, 4 is Cancer. Because I feel like when I mix, I want to have. They say that that's like how you can memorize things is making up your own. I forgot what it's called. Like, there's a word for it. Anyways, this I hope this helps me because I just went from 2B to 4B which was, if I were to relate it into astrology, it was like I went from Taurus to Cancer. So they kind of blended. That would be a sextile. Okay, so a trine is 120 degrees between two different planets, and then a sextile. See, and then if we want to talk synchronicity, this just like so much reminds me of the unit circle, which is also about frequency and like sine and cosine. I had so many problems like that on my exam. Okay, so it's saying that the trines are same element. The sextile. So they're harmonic and its nature is Venusian. So I didn't know that there was a nature to this. So the trine is like Jupiter. And they work harmoniously. Same with the sextile. And then when I go back to engineering and I think of like when I was doing water network design, like the water that comes to your taps, like these are the same angles we use for turning corners of, because you can't really bend the pipes too much. So we have these things called fittings, and the fittings came at different degrees. Whoa, this one talks about like rotation and stuff. How do I figure? I want to like look this up so I can put it in the chat because this is really interesting what I'm looking up. I'm reading about aspects in astrology. I Yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. But oh no, I just exited my Progress Sun stuff. Um, oh, and then he goes into see, this is where all the synchronicity stuff is. So this is also talking about like sacred geometry. So each number has a frequency, and then I guess it gets broken out into different dimensions. Because it's like all about like fractals. Do you all know what fractals are? But they're talking about Pythagoras because I guess yeah he studied numerology and sacred geometry. Oh, but what I'm noticing in this article is they even have like diagrams and showing how the energies work with pushing a box. So I had a lot of problems like this in physics. And I wanted to talk about friction. So when I took that study skills course, one of the first things we learned is whether you want to create friction in your life or not have friction in your life. And what she was getting at, and this class was by Chloe Burrows. So I had read her book first. Let me type her name in here. But she was talking about, so again, we're talking about discovering discipline so that we can find freedom, or I am. That's the whole point of this show is when, so say for example, like I think that there's a really big problem with getting attached to the phone. So what Chloe taught me in her study skills course is you create friction so you don't reach for that phone anymore. So when I really needed to focus on studying, instead of having my phone out in front of me and like on, I created friction by turning it off and like putting it in another room so that there was, so I had obstacles that I needed to overcome in order to reach that phone. So it can also go the other way. Do you want less friction in your life? So for example, like I'm pretty bad at like pretty much undressing and then just leaving my clothes everywhere. But if I wanted less friction in my life, what I could be doing is the moment I like take them off, put them where they need to be. Don't just like throw them in a chair or toss it somewhere. Like either hang it back up if it's a jacket or wherever something goes. So that creates less friction in my life because there's less mess in my life. And they say that the mind really, or like the way that you live can really reflect your mind. So if you have a lot of clutter, that means that sometimes people have a lot of clutter in their brain. And I know I do because like one really big symbolism of that is if people have junk drawers. And I definitely have a junk drawer that I need to get rid of. But it's not a bad thing. It's just trying to clear things out so that you can have a clear mind. But, talking about this, how this article, I just find it interesting how they have a box there because I feel like that was such a typical physics problem. And then I would have to draw. Let me sketch it out because I forget that there's a sketch thing on here. I just don't know if people can see it. I'm gonna draw this box. That was like typically how I had these like friction problems. Like imagine like do you want like a grain of sand, like tons of grain of sand, like trying to slide that box across, or something much smoother with zero friction? So anyways, they're kind of applying that to this like psychology or the energies of these planets and what the sextile means. It's saying that there is less friction. Oh, and it's Venusian. Let me write that down. Oh, okay. So when it's a sextile, the planets are complementary. So fire and air, and then earth and water. And something to kind of break that down even more is like fire and air are masculine, and then water and earth are feminine. It all goes back to the elements. Well, this is just like tripping me out. Like the way that they drew these figures are so, like, it just takes me back to engineering. Okay, so then we're talking about the opposition. That's 180 degrees, and that's when two planets are opposite of each other. But it says that they're also complementary, so they kind of flow both ways. So 180 degrees is basically just a line. That's interesting. So when it's in opposition, they drew their figure with the forces going into the box, not opposite. Like I feel like it would be in tension, not in what's the opposite of tension? I can't even think of the word right now. Because tension is like pulling away. Oh. Compression, that's what I meant. Okay, so it's interesting because in engineering, whenever I had to draw, I would think that when you use the word opposition, that it would be in tension, not compression. Interesting. But I guess that means, I guess that kind of does make sense because if the energies are flowing into the center, then that would cause tension. Because if they're pulling out, then maybe that would be scattered out into, I'm trying to imagine this in the sky. That would go out into beyond our galaxy. Wait. Okay, so the square, no wait, I'm still in opposition. So they're saying that that's a Saturn trait. Man, there's just so much synchronicity. Like, do I put all of this in my I mean, that's what's kind of great about like my show being astrology. So say I wanted to update how right now it just says Sunday, Sun, and Leo. I could also add the houses, and then now I guess I could also add aspects. Let me do that, just so I can say what I'm... Oops, let me edit. Let me put on some music while I do this. Oh, but the sun doesn't represent... It doesn't have a nature to any of these aspects. There's only Saturn, Venus, Jupiter, and Mars. Interesting. Oops. Updated. Fifth house. I feel like the fifth house, I mean, I guess it should be everybody's favorite house because that's like hobbies, romance, flirting, gambling, shopping. I'm surprised that it doesn't. Oh, like, no, it's opposite of Aquarius. It's interesting. Okay, back to the square. The square. I've never heard this song before. I'm gonna turn it down a little. So a square is Mars energy, and it's not harmonic. And I know in engineering, we really avoided using 90-degree bends. Like, that was the last option. Like, and that's the thing, is that it still works. Like, energy can still flow at 90 degrees. It's just not ideal, because if you think of water going through a 90-degree curve, not even a curve, it's a 90-degree turn. It's sharp. There's so much energy loss in that. So that's like what I visualize when I'm looking at astrology and engineering side by side. Is, to me, it all looks like water. But yeah, it's saying not harmonic. But what's so interesting is, even though it says that it's not harmonic, I noticed that when I don't want to say I've mastered it, but once I've started understanding it more, because I have a really strong square, it's my moon square my Mercury, you got to work with it. Like, it gives you challenges, but I think once you overcome them, you're definitely rewarded. Yeah, it says tension. And it says they're in opposite elements. So fire, water, fire, earth, or air, water. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday, because I am. Yesterday was so cold, and I'm not gonna lie, I just cuddled in my bed all day and didn't want to do anything. And I have no regrets, because I just feel like I'm trying to enjoy this slowness in my life right now. I just feel like it's about to get lit, because I'm starting a new adventure. I want to start my own business, and I want to move. I just have a lot in store for me. So, and I guess, as they say, enjoy the quiet before the storm. Because who knows, I might not ever have this opportunity again. And I shouldn't and I wasn't joking about this. It really was just my perception. But when I had moved into this apartment, I kept saying that it was quote unquote going to be my rehab. And when I say it in that way, it was just that I had just so many difficult challenges and years, and I just felt tired from life altogether. And I think that that's why when I quit engineering, I was so, I don't know, just emotional about it. I was just overwhelmed, because I had taken this exam 7 times, and I don't know, just put so much effort into engineering. But I've been relaxing ever since then, and I feel like I've been able to soak in all those years of just all this hard work. And even when I had first graduated college, I couldn't find work as an engineer, and I was making minimum wage for, I think, close to 2 years. And that was, not very fun financially. So I didn't get to do much right after college. So that's why I'm not taking any of this for granted. I I remember what it was like to struggle that bad. So I'm just grateful every day. And I'm grateful for having this platform and being able to express myself because it's been awesome. And I feel like I've learned so much. So I hope other people get inspired and figure out their life paths and what they want to do, whatever that is. Because again, we all have just our own journey and we can't compare ourselves. And that was what was so hard with like trying to find my voice and my art and my writing or like what I wanted to talk about was you get so much influence from other people and like the world around us. And that again is like what Libra is all about, is trying to separate, well, understanding everybody's opinion, but and then progressing into Aquarius is like the individuality in us. So I feel like what I'm doing was kind of random, but this is uniquely me. I'm like, I want to do astrology DJ. Okay, so I'm talking about DJing. I'll put on another song. I just haven't been mixing. I think it's kind of hard to mix when I'm like reading. But I just love reading. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that Twilight Zone, but there's a Twilight Zone episode where this guy, he was just like obsessed with reading. And I don't know, I guess he just wanted to really be left alone just so he could enjoy all his books. And then somehow like this like apocalyptic disaster happens and he's like finally allowed to just enjoy the books. I don't know if I should ruin it, but that's a really good episode. And I feel like sometimes I try and lock myself away because all I want to do is read. And I realize it's like a form of escapism. Not in a bad way, but I do love learning. That's why I love astrology. There's no way I'll ever know it all. Like it'll just be like me swimming and swimming and swimming and swimming in information, then trying to make all these connections. So I feel like I've found what I want to do. That's why I love it. I'll never get bored of it. And then I get to meet people. And that was, I felt like what I lacked in engineering. It was just so like me putting my headphones on and then being at a cubicle. And I don't want that anymore. I want to meet people. And that's, my Mercury is in my 7th house. I have like a couple of planets in my 7th house now, progressed. So I feel like there's just a lot of emphasis in that in my life. Okay, back to my chart and some music. Because again, this show is about being intellectual and creative. And sometimes intellectual is like, I don't know, it's not all party time. I have to show that you have to read. Come on, Serato. Okay. We're good to go. Okay, back to my chart. I'm in square. Mars energy. I love this song. I listened to it quite a bit over the summer. I'll turn it up a little. Oh, interesting. Wait. Yeah, so the opposition is in, when you draw the figure, it's in compression, but when you draw the square, it's in tension. So squares are tension. Well, I guess that makes sense because if we have 90 degrees and it has to turn, like if we have water flowing, because I always imagine it as water, there is going to be friction loss in 90 degrees. There's no friction loss in 180 degrees. That's just straight. Whoa, the conjunction reminds me of when an object. How would I describe it? I wish I had all my engineering books. I don't have them here. But do I need all those? I just feel like I want to reference some stuff from like math. This reminds me of like the moment of inertia because they're turning this like figure from the middle, and that's what they're saying that the conjunction is. That's when there's 0 degrees. So that's like turbulence. That's like just going in a circle like that. It's so weird how like it talks about them being like the opposition and the sextile. They the opposition is 180 degrees and they consider it opposite, but when we look at the elements, they're talking about fire across from air and then water across from earth. But then it's the same elements, but when they're 60 degrees apart, the energies flow a lot easier and they're considered complementary. See, that was why I wanted to write this down so that I could see this visually. When I write things down, it just helps me understand. Hi, thank you for the follow. I hope you're into astrology and reading and creativity. Maybe I'll put on a song and I think it's hard because the song is so slow. The one that's playing right now is at 83 BPMs. Ooh. Oh, how do I? I don't know. I'm gonna have to let this run. I can't mix right now. My mind is in like 75 different. I don't know. This is how I'm always thinking. My damn Mercury and Gemini talking about squares. Having my moon square my Mercury. Oh, the last one I was going to do is the conjunction. A little more, because I think that when I tried going from 2B to 4A, it sounded a little funky. But what if I tried 2B to 6B? Because those would be in harmony if we were looking at it from astrology. Ha ha ha. I learned so much today that I'm excited about.
Force a habit, force a habit, force a habit.
Where to put this? Well, I guess we could talk a little bit about. Yeah, my sun is right on the cusp of the 7th house because I was born as the sun was setting. But I love reading about the 5th house because the sun rules the 5th house. And again, the 5th house is all about like, oh, I'm wondering if that's in here. Were the houses in here? My astrology 101 book. Oh, they have the houses in here, but they don't like go into it. I guess that is a little more advanced because it even says advanced astrology and it's only kind of like a mini intro. Let me look up the 5th house just so I can say what they talk about on the internet. It's creativity, self expression, recreation, relationships, and offspring. And it's the house of pleasure. And then because I have Jupiter in there, Jupiter is all about expansion. So I feel like in my life, like that's where a lot of energy I feel like goes for me, expansive energy. And then when we're talking about these aspects, I feel like the 5th house really came into play for me because of the sun just went through Sagittarius, which was in my first house, and it's 222 right now. I see an angel number. So that means there was a trining aspect because if we're in the same element, my Jupiter is in fiery Aries. So I just feel like even though there was a lot of emphasis on my first house, because I had planets in my 5th house, they were like quote unquote activated and creating an aspect to each other and like energies were flowing. But with the Lunar New Year, I'm just really interested in how things are going to shift because I feel like it was really dramatic for me last year. I met one of my favorite artists right at the beginning of my Jupiter returns. Meeting Tuvalu was amazing. I met her in Nashville. I felt like that was a sign. I felt like I started like just attracting meeting people that like I felt were kind of out of my reach or something. Because I met a DJ, I remember in 2022, I met LPGOB. I'll put on one of her songs. She's an amazing pianist. But after I met her, I just felt like I don't want to say like something rubbed off on me, but I was like, wow, I don't know. This is something that I could do too. And I guess it inspired me. I thought I had more LPGOB somewhere. Maybe is that under Scorpio season? Oh yeah, this is a pretty good one. But this is remixed by Walker and Royce, so this is like more housey. I mean, LPGOB is house, but I did that last night. It was called the fader. The fader was all. I just saw 777. The fader was all to one side. That's why it sounded so low. Damn it. Maybe that's why when I mixed it sounded all weird. It's because I'm not right in front of the mixer. I've been doing it to the side, so when I'm at this angle, some of the buttons or like knobs, I can't tell that if they're at the correct spot. Maybe I'll try and mix. So I'm at 6A. Oh, I was gonna say how I wanted to do a sextile. Let me try something 2A. Let me see if there's anything 2A. I feel like I messed something up. I now was trying to use 3 channels, and then when I try and do sync, it tries to sync to my 3rd channel, not my 1st channel. I don't know how to like pick a different one. Oh, I guess I could use this tempo thing and do it manually. I feel like it's not synced though. That's what I... Okay, I need to learn how to do that. This doesn't sound good, and I don't like how it's not synced to the... Maybe this is a learning thing for me. I've been using the smart sync, and then now it's been syncing to like the third channel, not the first. So I don't want it to sound like shit. Oh well. I mean, I'm almost towards the end of the show, but I mean, should I Google it? Like, why is it... I don't know. Okay, now I have to look into that. Yeah, when I do sync, it goes to whatever was... I just want to know how to not have the 4 channels anymore. Oh, perfect. Why is it in half? Oh. See, I just fuck around with stuff. If you've ever heard of that fuck around and find out, I just started pushing things that looked like it could get me on the right track, and it did. I don't even know what song this is. This isn't something I've heard. Abada by Charlotte DeWitt. And we're at 89 BPMs 2B. So I'm gonna try and go to 6B. Let me find something again that's 6B. But this is at 89. Okay, fuck it. I'm just like starting something new. Don't hate me. Okay, so we're at 6A. I'm gonna try and go to 2A. Let me find something 2A. Okay, there's two songs layered right now. I have a 6A and a 2A. And they're both at 125 BPM. I mean, it doesn't sound that great, but... But it works, I feel. Not bad, in my opinion. This is me pretending to mix Taurus with Virgo. Both earth signs. Not bad, not bad. Again, I'm like just learning how to DJ. I'm no pro. Oh, I just tried something different. I did a loop on the song that's going out. Because I typically do a loop for the song that's going in. Oh, shit. No, I'm not trying to open other Microsoft. So what I've been using is a trine. I've been doing 120 degrees. So that's like 3 pie slices in between. I love it. I don't understand this circle of fists versus this mixed in key shit. Like, are these different? They don't match. I don't get it. These notes don't match this other notes. Oh shit. Watch the music. That was fun. Okay, let me try and go to, so right now I'm in 2A. Oh no, wait, 10A. I'm gonna try and go back down to 6A. I've been liking these transitions. They go to different. Fuck, I don't have that much music. I need to stop complaining about that bullshit. Okay, well, I feel like I can't mix this song. It just doesn't sound good with it. But if I had maybe a different option, I think it could work. 10A to 10B. I just went down a step. I didn't try and go across because I didn't have a song that sounded good together. More techno. Man, I thought I was gonna be mostly house DJ, but I feel like I've just been doing so much techno. Is that what I'm gonna be doing? The eighth house of I feel like if we had to describe some of these music genres as astrology, I bet you like dark techno would definitely be like the eighth house. But I haven't gotten to the water signs, so I need to read about them a little more. And then I'll let you know. I'll get back to you. I just know that I have so many progressed planets in Cancer that's what I really need to read about. Cancer is the crab. I feel like I want to get to know what these keys sound like a little more, so then I'll be able to catch it through hearing. I heard that there was a website called like Tone Gym or something. But I think it's fun developing my own way of doing this. It's unique to me. This makes me wish I was at a rave right now. This is like something that would get me pumped up to like working out. Like, how can you not be motivated? Oh, maybe I should type outfit. I haven't tried these merge things yet either. I don't even know what that is. And the cues I have to set myself. Amazing. Well, I think it's about that time. It's 4:08 p.m. and yeah, I was on for 3 hours and I had a really great live stream. I feel like I learned a lot. So, man, I hope other people can join me and just. So, let me talk a little bit about my vision before I sign off. To me, this is just a virtual space that I would love people to come hang out in and it be casual. But because I'm like such an intellectual, creative person, like I want to learn new things. So I'm learning new things on camera and I'm hoping that people that are watching or like come into this room that not only do they learn something, but maybe they can create something. So whether they're like a small business owner that like sews clothing or maybe they paint, like bring something to work on and just come hang out and have like friendship because that's what I'm hoping to provide and just somebody to talk to. So I'm here to connect. That's what I'm looking for. And create community and help people grow. And I'm trying to grow as well. And I feel like I've already grown so much. So this has been extremely rewarding. And I want to share it with people. So I'm excited. And I saw a lot of people popping in and out today. So and I think I even got a couple of followers. So yeah, I got a couple of followers today. That's really awesome. So I'm closer to my goal. I have 17 out of 20 people, and I'm hoping to get 20 followers soon and grow from there. I think my next goal will be 50 people. But I'm going to try to not focus on Instagram as much. It's been kind of toxic for me lately, and focusing on this is just, I don't know, been more about myself and more artistic, and I'm not comparing myself to other people like Instagram does, and I don't know. There's just so many thoughts in there. So I'm hoping people create their, own, I don't want to, obviously everybody has their own thoughts, but try to not be influenced as much by other people. So formulating it without other people's opinions. And I know that's really hard. And that's like where we talk about Libra. Because Libra is trying to separate yourself from others because we are so influenced by society and especially like our own parents. So yeah, there's always something to talk about in astrology. It's ever changing and there's just so much depth to it that there will never be an end to it. That's what I'm excited about. So I hope to catch you all soon, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep an eye out for the angel numbers. That means you're in alignment and you're on the right path. And try and be conscious. See what I just saw 444. What you are thinking when you see those angel numbers. So how I was talking about consciousness, I feel like that was like a shout out. So yeah, have a good day and take it easy. And tomorrow is Moon Day. And we will be talking about the moon, the sign Cancer, which is the balance to the sun. So that's the yin energy, the female energy, not taking action, being more relaxed. So today I feel like I was really pumped up and learning how to DJ and everything. But tomorrow, yeah, definitely more relaxing, and we'll tune into the moon, and this will be at evening, 8 p.m. So I will see you then, and I'm signing out, and hope you have a great day. Bye.